Welcome to episode 74 of the Awkward Tapes, a podcast where awkward friends have awkward conversations about awkward things. Evan, it's your turn. What's an interesting fact about you?
An interesting fact about me? I don't know. There's not much interesting about me. I'm not wearing a hat today, and I typically like hats, so that's something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Duck.
that was from downtown.
That's not true. Last I remember, the last interesting thing. I'm just kidding. No, a really interesting thing about you. You can name all 194
Oh, yeah, we
countries
talked
Like
about that.
196.
Yeah.
in less than 15 minutes.
I've been able to. There's a website called Jetpunk, and they have lots of quizzes on there. And their most popular one is if you can type all the countries in the world in 15 minutes or less. And I've been able to do it before.
Here's an interesting fact you can give. What color underwear are you wearing right now?
Whoa.
You guys are wearing under. No, I don't know what color.
Black.
Black.
Let him check.
Nice.
I'm wearing black. And I guess they're Hanes. I didn't even know that, but
Pink.
Tan.
well, what type of underwear are you wearing? Not appropriate for the podcast.
No. A thong. Yeah. What's your thought? You thinking anything?
I was thinking my underwear was black.
Okay.
Thinking or knowing?
Well, no, I'm talking about like looking at yourself in the mirror. What were you thinking recently?
So I looked at myself in the mirror recently.
As he does.
It's very Kendrick Lamar of you.
You know, every time you need to clean something, it means you're making something else dirty.
We've kind of talked.
Transferring the filth.
Wait, no, we haven't talked about this, have we?
No.
I don't know if we have, but
Just
yeah,
similar
that's good.
things.
Wow.
Similar things. But another sense, through this series of episodes filmed today, I don't think Presley's had necessarily a bad Presley thought. I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
Good
I am
job.
shocked.
You're gonna
job,
get
buddy.
an extra gold star today.
I was getting gold stars.
No.
You
Well,
were
of
getting
course,
paid?
silly.
Can I do you another
You
one?
were kidding.
Do me.
Whoa.
Well,
All right, let's do
Sorry.
it.
This is
waiting
not
for this
Eat
one.
Home
Alabama.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Why do we say slept like a baby?
Sorry.
Why do we say slept like a baby even though a baby wakes up every few hours?
You're right.
I sleep like a baby.
Well, baby,
I wake up all the time.
Yeah, babies wake up every few hours, but they also sleep so much of the
Soundly.
day.
And they do it incredibly hard too.
Uh-oh.
Can I
Sleep.
give you a dark one?
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Well, is it? I mean,
Gotta
sure.
think about it.
It's not twins and quicksand.
I'm not
is it?
cutting it out.
If you think about it, don't cut this out. Every year, you pass the anniversary of your death and you don't even know it.
That's weird.
That is
Nice. I like
That's-
it.
But in
Yeah,
the future,
you like it?
I love it.
It's a
I want
reverse
more of it.
anniversary.
Thinking about death is
It's still an anniversary, just for not a marriage or a
generations.
birthday or something.
It's different.
If you think about it,
Perspective.
it's all about perspective.
perspective.
Perspective, gratitude.
Yep. That's right. Welcome back to episode 74. Yeah, stick around with us and listen in and be a fly on the wall for the combo. For
the
yourself.
combo.
For a session of awkwardness. Presley? 1 and 5. Pick a number.
3.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. I like that. So,
Thanks.
you know how people talk about how they'll, like, out of nowhere remember random embarrassing moments from their lives? What's yours?
Oh, dang it! Which one?
Anyone you
Oh.
want to say?
Let me think of an embarrassing moment. Basically, anytime I meet somebody, I think we've talked about that before.
Okay, yeah.
That's an embarrassing moment.
Man,
I relate to that.
this is one of those thoughts you have when you're laying awake at night.
Yep.
And you're like,
Yeah, that's
about
why I
to go
can't
to
think of
sleep,
it.
and then
I'm
you
not about to go to
cringe.
sleep right now.
Yeah, that's.
Can I
it's
do a
one-
pass? I know I've
Sure.
got good ones, but I'm gonna have to think about it.
Same here.
kinda
And,
have
well,
one.
Leighton already had his when he told the
Pooping
knock
in my-
story.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm comfortable with the human body. I think it's not that
Oh,
embarrassing.
then I got
You
one.
know what?
You got a body?
What?
I
I'm
may have
comfortable
one
with
if
the
I
human
may.
body.
Huh?
You-
Yeah,
you may.
You may.
So just to make you feel better, because that is an embarrassing story, and you're right, it is part of the human body. I have also pooped my pants before, and it was
Who hasn't?
I mean, it happens. It's just natural. It's
don't
just a
poop.
passage of life. You know what I mean? So one time I was taking a new like regiment of meds and vitamins, and I guess you would call her a psychiatrist. My psychiatrist prescribed me these ones, and she's like, "Let me know if anything weird happens." And I was like, "Okay." So 3 days into taking these meds, I was like, "All right, well, no, nothing crazy." I was mowing the lawn, and I was just doing my business and let out
you
a
were doing
fart,
your
and I was
business.
like, "Oh, that was not a fart." And so I lifted up the blades, cranked that thing into fifth gear, and went straight inside. And I went, "Yep, I just crapped myself off mowing the lawn." And my dad went, "Nice."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
my
said
story.
Nice.
That's all he said.
Nice.
Congratulations, son.
You finally made me proud.
He was so proud of
One
me.
time at one of my birthday parties as a kid.
Wait,
Like my-
one up in him.
It's like a boat.
What are you doing with your mic?
Anyway, so one time on one of my birthday parties, I was playing on this little swing or whatever, and it was like the top of this little fort, this play set or whatever. I jumped off, and there was a nail hanging there, and it split the back of my pants wide open. So my bare butt was
Nice.
just hanging out, and I was hanging from it, stuck.
I will say something to that
Great.
effect. Luckily, it's not too embarrassing, but I also had something like that. Can't be good for the wire of the mic.
Probably not.
No, I had something
Mine's
like that at work, to where one of the days when I was at work, I was wearing just a pair of jeans like I typically do, but all of a sudden I noticed, I was like, oh, I think like, is it starting to like rip a little bit or something? So I go to like sit down, kind of check, and I realized that they're not just a little bit ripped. It is like all the way from like the top of the back of the jeans all the way down to like the front of the crotch. Just like it was, I've never seen a rip in jeans this big before. The thing was huge. It was almost like one of those to where it's like one of those pants, but it has like to where it purposely shows the cheeks almost. It almost felt like one of those just because so much of it was open. But luckily, because of where I work, I was able to put on like a suit or whatever, because I work in a freezer. So I was able to put on like my freezer suit and just have that. So when I was not even in the freezer, I just wore that around, and people are just like, "Oh, are you kind of cold?" I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm just kind of cold." Like, yeah, I'm just a bit chilly is all.
Oh my god.
Definitely nothing else. I remember when I got to my lunch break, instead of eating, I didn't eat anything that day. Like, I drove home basically as fast as I possibly could, went to go switch into a different pair of pants, and drove back as fast as I could, and like just barely making it on time.
Nice.
I'm just like, all right, I don't think anyone noticed. No one had any comments or anything, but I remember just seeing them, and I picked up my jeans, and it was just like the biggest rip possible.
Pulled a
in them.
SpongeBob SquarePants right in the middle of work.
Oh yeah.
I think I got one.
Oh. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
No, you go.
I want to see Presley.
You go.
I'm right here.
You go.
Oh my gosh.
No, you go.
All right. Here's an embarrassing story.
Okay, I'll go.
Here's an embarrassing story that I don't think I've told y'all before. Or anyone. I don't think anyone even noticed. So, first real full-time job I had. This was after the grocery store.
I think you've told. Are you sure? Is it about the room?
No,
Oh, okay.
same job,
Okay.
but different story. I didn't want to retell that one.
Okay.
So there was this. We dealt a lot with money. It was at a bank, and so I had to take a morning deposit down to a different department every morning. And normally, you just get your stuff together. It's in a packet, maybe an envelope-sized packet that you walk down. Usually, it's a nice walk, especially on nice days. I checked the weather before I went this particular day, and the weather held off when I went down there. And then on my way back, it started to sprinkle a little.
Okay.
And then it started to rain.
Yeah.
And then it started to pour down rain while I'm wearing a button-down, khakis, and my hair is all just nice and wet. There was only so much of a covering. By the time I got back to my desk, I was completely soaked in rain.
Oof.
Completely.
Everyone look at you.
Nope.
and-
Nobody said a thing, which makes it embarrassing
Is that? I was gonna say that
because
doesn't
they don't want
seem-
to call me out to be
That
embarrassed.
doesn't seem like an embarrassing story though.
Well-
Like, oh, you were out when it was raining.
You know how I interact with people.
Oh,
Did you
I
walk in and you were like,
no, I didn't walk any faster. I didn't walk any slower. I just kept walking down the street, and this is where Main Street is. So cars are passing, and they're seeing this guy without an umbrella, without any overhead covering, just taking a stroll in a full business casual attire.
See, that's funny.
I get back to the bathroom. I start trying to wipe myself down, dry myself off in whatever capacity. I think I got naked and just started fanning my clothes off
Now I'm interested.
and and trying to fix my hair somewhat. I'm pretty sure I smelled like I got like I got rained on. So I just had to wear that. That was in the beginning of the day too.
Oof.
I mean, that's a bummer, and it's kind of funny, but I still don't see how that's embarrassing.
That was pretty
I know you got-
embarrassing
well,
for me.
fair enough.
I just don't get embarrassed. Just don't.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, just have you ever thought about just being comfortable? Just
don't-
being comfortable.
yeah, comfortable.
Just don't be uncomfortable.
Zach, did you have one?
I actually did have a really good one. I just remembered, and I'm gonna keep names and locations out of this because I
Why?
want no.
It was
affiliation.
June 18th, 2009.
Maybe a long time ago, maybe somewhat recently. You may never know. I had a situation where I was meeting someone that I really wanted a job from, and we were in a really loud, like kind of, I'm just gonna say like a bar kind of thing.
Loud environment.
Yeah, loud environment. And so he was my brother was actually the one introducing me to this guy, and we were sitting there talking, and there was like me, my brother, this dude I wanted a job from, and I think a couple of his bandmates or friends, and was sitting there and telling me about the band and what they were about, and just a little bit about the job, and we're all sitting there listening, but he's talking to me essentially just about like the job and stuff and his band, and I can't really hear very well. I'm getting a few words, and I'm sitting there and I'm basically just having to go, yeah, oh yeah, sure. I'm like really trying hard, reading lips, and then he said, I remember this very vividly. He says, piano player normally, great guy, and I went, oh, that's so cool, man. Yeah, that's great. Everyone just like dropped what they were doing and just looked at me and was like, did you really just say that? And I was like, I was just sitting there in a loud bar, like they just like stopped. And I looked to my brother, and my brother was like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm sorry, I must not have heard you right. What did you say? And he spoke up louder. He said, normally our piano player would be here. He was a great guy, but he just died this past couple months. And I was like, oh, woo! I felt so bad.
That is
And your
hilarious.
response, like I know you didn't know, but what did you say again?
And I
Yeah, that's great.
I
that's
said,
great.
oh yeah, man, that's great. And I was like, so I think about that from time to time. It's amazing I still got the job.
I get that. That's something that's very relatable, though, and almost something to where it's like you can't really. You're trying your best. You can't hear. You're just trying to move the conversation along.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be polite, but like that was the worst thing I could have said.
Your brother's like, you're blowing this.
Yeah, and my brother is looking at me the whole time. I wish I could just like paint the picture of what he looked like staring at me. But yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. It was amazing I still got the job. Like I don't understand, but
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's
usually
great, though.
if I can't hear people after they've repeated themselves twice, I just pretend I know what they
See,
say.
yeah, but everyone does that, or
Yeah.
most everyone.
This is an example of why you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Here's one, and I think I was maybe a little bit too young to really feel embarrassed in the moment. But thinking about it now, I'm like, what was I doing? I don't know. I was very young. Like
Years ago.
this might have been before elementary school. Young.
So is this pre-Andy?
Maybe this was a long
Ooh.
time ago.
That is a long
But
time ago.
I was at my grandfather's house, and we were having some type of family event, and I was outside. Me and my cousins were, and I somehow like got on the ground and like got dirty or whatever. And so my mom wanted me to take a bath. So I took a bath, and she had walked out for something. And so I'm in there by myself for a minute, and keep in mind all my family's in the living room just kind of chilling. I remember this story well from my aunt who told me about it. Apparently, a fly or some type of bug was in the bathroom and landed on the woo-ha.
Oh,
And
okay.
I got out of the bath. I'll do a little reenactment. I got out of the bath, went into the living room, completely butt naked, and went like this. like screaming and like pointing at it to help.
Why?
I don't know. Just like that. And it was still there. And so someone had to flick it off.
Oh my god!
Flicked it off and went to the bathroom.
Were you taking a shower or a bath?
Bath.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how did you,
I don't know.
how
I was like maybe
were you?
3 or 4.
So many questions. I don't think I want answered.
I'll answer 'em if they're
No.
appropriate.
Well,
Hit me.
I mean, like, weren't you in the bathtub though? Like, how did the fly? Like,
Dude, I don't remember it. I don't know. This is what my family has told me.
So they remember it.
They remember it very well.
Gosh, my story sucked.
Yeah, my gosh. In comparison, I've never.
That's for you
That
guys.
is amazing.
I will say to add on to
Content.
that. A story I have that's not nearly as funny as that, but somewhat similar. When I was young and I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4, and people would leave the house without saying bye to me, I would always run out the door and say, "Hey, you didn't say bye to me," and I would always give them a hug. Well, one time I heard my sister leave and I was in the bathtub, so I ran all the way down the stairs and out the front door butt naked. And I was like, "You didn't say bye," and she was like, "You're naked."
That reminds me of
It
the
was
scene in Elf. That reminds me of the scene in Elf where he's talking to that guy in the elevator and he walks out. and
Yes.
He's like, "Oh, and I forgot to give you a hug." And the elevator closes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh man.
It looks like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, Shmev is very happy that it's now November, which means that's basically
Yeah.
Christmas.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy holidays, Noah.
It's
Well, actually, by the time this one comes out, it will be close to Thanksgiving-ish, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
not,
about 2
not
weeks out.
super close, but I mean, close enough.
Don't you dare tell me Merry Christmas until Black Friday.
Merry Christmas, Russell.
Screw you.
Happy holidays.
He's a
No,
and a happy new year.
no.
Happy Hanukkah.
Christmas starts the day of Black Friday.
I'm wishing you a happy Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
You know, I don't disagree with that. I just like to celebrate early.
And that's fair. And it is.
Is it really though?
At least you acknowledge that you're wrong.
I am wrong.
but you're still going to do it. But
I'm
I'm,
still
glad you
gonna
know
do
that
it.
you're wrong.
I am.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm not alone in that. A lot of people start celebrating early.
I know people that have already decorated with Christmas trees and lights. And
Oh, if it were up to me, yeah, that's how ours would be. We start Black Friday. That's when we decorate at home.
If I had it my way, I would have all of my Christmas decorations like already prepped and ready to go, not in boxes, just waiting in the attic. So that way I could just bring it down. I hate the process
Yeah.
of
Oh, the
putting them up
process
and
is the
putting it down.
worst.
But it's like after it's up, it's like, oh, now this is nice. Like this is great. But
Yes.
I hate having to put the tree back in the box and undecorated. Ugh,
Oh yeah,
ugh.
that's another reason why the tree stays up so long. I mean, obviously, love the Christmas spirit. You always want it
Yeah.
up. But at the same time, it's just like I don't want to put this away.
We always put it up like a few days after New Year's.
Yeah, we do the same. We typically keep it into the new year, but then like very early January, we're like, all right, let's
Yeah.
get rid of it.
It's
Let's
sad.
put it up.
Best Christmas gift you've ever gotten.
Oh,
Drum set.
Oh, that's a good one.
oh,
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I don't remember all the things that I've gotten for Christmas.
You
over
know
the
what?
years.
Yeah, this is probably the best one. Me and my sister, back when the Wii had first come out,
Oh, that would be mine too.
me
actually.
and
Wait,
me
I
and my
can't see.
sister were saving up to buy a Wii,
Yeah.
and we were almost there, and I think my parents really just wanted to see if me and my sister would like work and be able to save the money for that. So
Yeah.
I think they saw that, and then they went ahead and they bought the Wii for us, and they
Aw.
used the money that we had saved up to do something else with us or whatever. But that was really cool.
Cool.
They bought us a Wii for Christmas, so that was one of the best.
That is awesome. That was going to be mine, but then I remembered that was for my birthday, not Christmas.
okay.
So no longer counts.
Yeah, it's hard to say for me. I remember one time when I was like 5, I got this really cool RC motorcycle, and like you could ride it, and that was really cool. But then I also one year, I don't know. My parents always like do really well with gifts, so it's really hard to say. But I don't know. One year I also got what was it? It was an Xbox, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best gift ever. And it really was.
Now I like socks.
Exactly.
yeah.
No, that's how it is now.
Socks are
Every
fun.
Christmas I get fun socks. I'm even have on more fun ones. I
Dude,
have on
yes.
avocado socks.
Avocado. Whoa.
Layton, view them.
I'm viewing. I see the seed.
Yeah. Yes. But no, just when it comes to that, it's like every Christmas I get new fun socks and I love it. I have a drawer just for socks, and that's the drawer out of like all of my clothing that is the most stuffed. You think it'd be shirts, you think it'd be like
Socks.
something else. No, it's legitimately I don't mix underwear with socks. It's just socks.
I want a white Christmas this year. We don't
That's
ever get
racist.
snow on Christmas.
Evan. That's racist. Well, oh man.
I remember one white Christmas, and it was just like dust. It wasn't even like actual snow. I was 5.
Yeah,
I
no, I
remember
know.
a couple.
I know what you mean, and I really do want snow because I love snow during Christmas time. I
Yeah.
mean, we've had at least in where Zach and I live, we've had a couple. I mean, it doesn't snow as much as you think it would here in Tennessee if you're from somewhere else. Like we get some snow, but not a ton. But it's more
then
so we get ice That's
Every
what we
now
get.
and then, it's just like it's like a winter wonderland.
I want it to like snow like one day, really good, really hard, and then probably done. Because
One
like here's the
day?
thing. Yeah, because it like always gets in the way. I can't go anywhere. I have a little car. If I had a
I
big
don't
old
think that's a bad
truck,
thing sometimes.
I got G.
well, yeah, you do have.
Only
G.
thing that stinks about our snow is that most of the time it just ices over. And
Yes.
that's where the driving hazard
Yeah,
comes
exactly.
in.
That's where we get a lot of ice. We don't get as much snow.
Yeah,
Like, if we had it
facts.
to where like the road was perfectly safe and there wasn't snow or ice on the road, but it was all off to the side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wish it was like that half the year.
Facts.
I almost
Facts.
I almost hit a deer the other day.
Same.
Did you really?
Yes. No joke.
Did you just say all?
I killed a raccoon.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
yeah.
Trash
But
I
bag.
haven't
the
killed
thing is,
anything.
I wasn't even driving my car. I was driving my sister's car.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh,
going to
you
say
can
you were
frame
walking.
her.
Huh?
Like
Oh.
you were walking.
The
No,
only thing is, I
wanna
wasn't
go?
even.
Yeah.
I wasn't even driving.
it had like just gotten dark. Was not a good day. Very bad day. And so me and my sister needed like a pick me up. So we were gonna go get coffee at Dunkin'. We were like Dunkin's Coffee. So we got in her car, and y'all know where I live. There's a lot of back roads, and so we had like gone around a curb, and there was just this 2 deer just sitting there, not moving at all. And there was another car sitting on the other side, just sitting there, because the deer was just sitting there. And finally, we're going around, and I'm like, stomp on the brake, and I'm not kidding. It's like me to you, Presley. Like, it's that close. And me and my sister both, like, were like that, and, like, went back.
Oh yeah.
About,
golly.
oh, my gosh.
At least you know the brakes work.
Huh? Oh, they work. She's got some good brakes.
Nice. Did you just start honking?
Is no one going to acknowledge this?
Oh, I did. He does it about every 4th episode.
Literally. I think it is the 4th one we filmed for the day. Efficiency. I respect it.
Wow.
So mine literally I could see it from a mile away. He was like in this little ditch and he just started climbing up and I'm like, don't you do
Uh-oh.
it.
Yeah.
Don't you do it. But he did it and I just laid on my horn and then I broke.
Remember
my
that
brakes
time I
a little
almost hit a horse?
That's a funny story.
Have I ever told you that?
You almost hit a horse?
A couple of them. Some farmer forgot to put his animals up for the night. There was a whole farm on the road.
Oh
It was
my
coming back
gosh.
from your house.
Yeah.
right?
Have I never told you this?
Oh yeah, that's right. No, I remember this now.
Yeah. So it was late. I don't
I mean,
remember.
I've had people like around my area leave cows out, and that's just different because they
No
run
cows.
away.
You know, I was a little tired, and looking back on it, I was like, my brain was not processing what I was seeing very well. I probably should not have been driving with how tired I was.
That is a big deer.
Well, see, that's what I thought first when I started, like, I don't know why I didn't, like, I think I slowed down, but I slowed down and I see these 2 deer running in front of me. They were goats. They weren't deer. That same night to your house and back, I think I might have passed like 10 deer. But on top of that, I saw 4 goats. 2 of them, I was like chasing them in my car for like a
You were
good
herding
little
goats?
bit. Yeah, and I get past that, and the next thing I remember, I got a horse. There's a horse in front of me, and then there's 2 of them, and then they're like going past sideways, trying to cross the road. And I think I chased them for a little bit before they completely crossed. And it didn't process until after.
Dang.
I was like, "Yeah, that wasn't a deer."
That's a huge deer.
You told me that the first time. I thought that was so funny.
Almost hit a horse.
Almost hit a horse.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is just oof.
Oh man.
Because that's what I had on my mind. I was like, okay, don't hit any deer. And I didn't. I almost hit a horse. But that's what I was telling myself. I was probably running on like maybe 30 minutes to hour and a half of sleep. If that.
I'm
Yep.
always paranoid I'm going to hit a deer going to my house. Because there's so many back roads. And do y'all remember the one time I was walking near my house and a deer just hopped out like 5 feet in front of me?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Kind of.
I was on live stream on our
Vaguely.
TikTok. I think you were in there.
Oh, I think I remember that.
I was just walking and I just hear something in the bushes and then just boom, a deer's just right here.
It was a horse.
It was a
Actually,
horse.
It was a horse.
It was
Yeah.
it was a pony. No,
Pony?
but I feel like I see a deer every single day when I drive because
Yeah.
I drive on a lot of
especially
back
now.
roads.
When it gets colder, you'll see them more.
Oh, yeah, no, there's one road that I travel on quite frequently to get to MTSU, and every time I travel on it, it's basically guaranteed that I see at least one deer. It's a guarantee.
I need to start hunting again.
Dude, I was just about
Just
to
about to say
mention that. Like, ever since I started driving, I can now hunt way easier because I just could care less. Like, before.
Oh, because you just hit him with the car?
Well, no, not necessarily that. But
I don't even
hit
have
a
to.
horse.
weapon.
Hit a horse once, but
Had a Clydesdale.
no, like before I started driving, I was like, I don't think I could kill a deer. Like, I don't want to. Like, they're so like, you know, cute and cut. After I hit my second one, I was like, dude, I am ending them all.
They have to be the dumbest animals on planet Earth.
Absolutely.
It doesn't make any
Super dumb,
sense.
though.
Oh,
You
a big-
snap a
Super
twig in the
And-
middle of the woods and they go flying.
Yeah.
But they see a 2-ton vehicle running towards them and they just stare at it.
They all have that same look in their eyes.
What's that?
Is that a car?
Is that a car? No, that's Francis. That's
That's Francis.
No, you're
Francis the horse.
Yeah, that's another thing I've always hated. Why do animals, whether it be squirrels, deer, even like some birds and whatnot, like, oh, here's a big, scary moving thingy. It's going super fast. It's bigger than any animal I've ever seen before. Let me go in front of it.
A lot of them out here are loud too.
Yeah, like, why? I don't understand. I'm like, isn't it fight or flight? Shouldn't, like, are you trying to fight? Like, shouldn't you be fleeing? Like, what are you doing? And
See-
the birds, to me, that's the one that makes me the most upset. Because so many birds will fly in front of your car, but they'll fly to where they get low enough in front of your car. They'll like
Yeah.
swoop down. I'm like, you're a bird. You can go as high as
Why?
you want. What are you
You
doing?
literally got all the airspace. And the thing about hitting a deer, it doesn't just like take out a headlight. Your car's totaled
Oh, yeah.
Well,
know,
it
most of the
can
time.
be.
most of the time.
Yeah. I think I've hit like 3 or 4.
Not always. I remember one time, it was when I first started hanging out with you and your dad was driving. It was when Jerry Seinfeld was driving.
Yes.
And it was just you, me, and your dad in the car. And there might have been one other person. Maybe there was Cameron or something for if it was a birthday. I forget.
I think I was
But I
there for
remember
this.
that. I know
Was
you
I?
weren't there for this because I remember it was just a few select people. And I remember your dad was driving and Jerry Seinfeld, he's blind in one eye. And mostly blind.
Yeah.
For the sake of this, he was. And I remember seeing a deer pop up and just started running in front of it. And your dad saw it too late and he ended up hitting the deer. And I remember the deer did a few somersaults and then like sprinted off.
Oh,
but
yeah!
but the car was perfectly fine. There was no damage.
Oh yeah! I forgot about that.
There was no damage to the car whatsoever. The deer probably had some internal bleeding, but after it did some somersaults, but it like did some rolls like it was a dog telling it to roll over, and then just got up, sprinted off, and it's just like, well, I guess we just keep driving now.
Oh my god.
Have I ever told y'all about the time I saw an animal jump out of a car?
An
Out of
animal
a
jumped
car?
Out of a car.
Yeah, my dad was taking me and one of my friends somewhere, and there was a truck in front of us, and there was a dog in the passenger seat, like just sticking its head out the window, just doing that. And all of a sudden, both of its arms are out, and then it just jumps, and it like rolled, and it got up, and it just ran to this lady that was sitting outside of her house. And the truck had to like pull into their driveway and like get the dog. Like the dog was completely fine. The dog just leaped out of the car. It must have really not liked its owner. or
I think this is the mess around factor, and this was the find out factor.
Mess
And it
around.
chose this one.
You see, the more you mess around, the more you're going to find out.
Also, the more you mess around on Relay, the more you'll find out that it's a fantastic app for movie reviews and
Yeah.
theories, and you should use it.
And the
right?
more you mess around with it, the more you'll find out that we have a group chat on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to interact with you guys because we think you're special for some reason.
And if you're with us, that if you ever go to look at a movie review and you just hate having to read like a long article or watch a 15-minute long video, this gets rid of all of that. It's just so much better.
Yep. You join that chat, and you can let us know what type of movies or shows you want us to review, and
Yeah.
we'll do it and discuss it.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice. You can view what it is. And another feature that I liked on there is that it will be, I watched this movie or I watched this TV show or something. And then it will actually tell you where you saw it. So you know, I go to this app.
Yeah.
It was in theaters. I need to get
Yeah.
it for this subscription
That
or
is
whatever.
cool.
So
Yeah.
it tells you where to go. So you're not like, okay, this is cool, but where do I go with it? It tells you where to go, which I like
Yeah.
that feature a lot.
Super cool.
Right. Noah, I love you.
Yes, we love
Yeah.
Noah.
That's
We
it.
do.
Actually,
do.
we have a special promo code. It's called the link in the description to the Relay app.
Yes.
Click that and go download it and go follow
For
us.
free.
Guys, it's completely free.
It is.
Completely
You know what else is free? That like button.
Yeah.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Smash
What's
that like
stopping
button.
you?
Yeah. What is stopping you from hitting that like button?
Subscribe.
Click subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Become a part of the notification squad. I hate
Notifi-
ourselves.
I
Yeah.
I hate it.
Thanks
when
for
you
joining
say
us,
that.
and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Allie. eh?
Can you make just like a dubstep version of our?
I
of
could
our-
try.
It's already like a trap mix.
Yeah, true.
I am for the people here who are still listening. You must have no clue what the heck we're referring to.
Oh my
You know who I
gosh.
bet's listening right now?
Allie, eh?
Zach Cook.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
hey.
I
What's up, man?
guarantee you.
How's
he
that
is.
hoodie?
Zach? Whenever
how's the hoodie?
whenever you hear this part, I want you to put something in the Discord to let us know you got to this point.
Yeah, we need a specific confirmation. The code word is pineapple.
Yes,
Yes.
just comment
Just say
pineapple.
Say
know what?
pineapple in the Discord, and we'll know.
Yeah.
If you guys made it this far at all, just comment pineapple.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
any- yes,
Yeah,
comment
for
pineapple.
sure.
It can be a pineapple emoji. It can be Sean Spencer holding a pineapple in Psych. Anything
Sure. It
It
pineapple.
could be a
Yes.
picture of a pineapple.
And
Exactly.
no one's gonna understand what's going on.
Yep,
Just that's how
pineapple.
we'll know.
I want
We'll
y'all to
know.
confuse the mess out of everybody else.
Yeah.
Pineapple is a
Because the
fruit.
more you mess around,
What
the
is
more you're
the-
going to find out.
Find out.
Prickly.
Yeah.
I won't say.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't say the
Anyways.
name of your store for obvious reasons, but at your store, what's the code for pineapple? Do you know?
I have no.
Is there a
idea.
thing?
I don't think there is one.
48.
They have their own barcode.
There
Yeah.
isn't one?
Most of
Aw.
the time, there's a tag on it.
Oh, why did the pineapples come with tags?
That's
You
what
should
I'm
have to
saying.
memorize
I know a
it.
cucumber is 4062.
That's right.
4062.
And now you know that, which means you know more than some workers.
That's right.
That's a strange picture. Whoa.
Thank you.
I got that one too.
Thank you
from
guys
Noah.
for joining us for episode 74. Yeah, come back for episode 75. Again, we're almost at 100. If you have any ideas for episode 100, let us know.
yes,
We wanna
I
do
might
something
shave
for
my head. I haven't decided yet.
it. He might shave his head. He
Yes.
might go bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.